Yay! It's working. Magnificent. We have 72%. So, welcome to the veritable edge of Western civilization, Venice Beach, California. Today is Thursday, Jupiter Day, day of expansion and opportunity. January 8th, and this is show number 136, finally. I'm celebrating the fact that this is working because it hasn't been working very well for the past 2 weeks. And I found out last night that it's a very good chance that it has absolutely nothing to do with this computer or the program or anything. It may actually have to do with the friggin' solar activity that's been going on. Apparently there's a big solar storm. And yeah, so anyway, blah, blah. Wow, that was cool. Did you see that bird? That was amazing. What's going on here? Food. That's what's going on. Wonderful, exciting, yummy things are transpiring. I got a call. I got woken up this morning. Got a call from Lee Wingo in Boulder. He got the movie, and we figured out what we're doing. And he's about to tweak the sound as I requested, and then send it back to me. And so that's all working. Last night, Ryan and I got together with a friend of ours, and we shot 10 of our collaborative pieces for Conscious Pilots, and so that I can take that. What we did is we set up the lights in the time signature to trigger theta state. The lights being the programmable LED lights. So the idea is that they run through 17 million colors in 8.5 seconds. So that means they run through 17 million colors 7 times a minute, which makes your brainwave pattern go to 7 cycles per second, which is the optimal meditative state. It's the theta state, right? So just by watching something pulse at that rate can, in theory, trigger your brainwave pattern to theta. And so we flood the space with that kind of light source, and then shine that light on the sacred geometry paintings, and then I filmed it, and I'm about to edit it. It's so funny. At the end of the night, I mean, it's like 3:30 in the morning. He's got to get up in 3 hours to go to work. I need to get my at least 7 hours. Otherwise, I'm just not a nice person to the world. And we loaded everything off the this, flash drive, and then I split, and I find my place to park the car, and I go to sleep, and all night long I'm dreaming of editing. All night long, I must have edited this movie together 9 different ways, literally all for 7 hours. I'm dreaming of editing. I love it when I'm, how I want to put it together and all that kind of stuff. I love it when I'm working in my sleep, but literally I was working in my sleep. It was wonderful. And then I got woke up by Lee about, to tell me about that he got the hard drive with the Return of the Magi remix on it. And so that's working. So tonight I'm back in the studio editing that on this machine. Editing what we're doing is that we're doing 2 things with that material. What I did is set up the camera, we set up lights, we shot 2 of our collaborative paintings in the light field, for approximately 2 minutes apiece. And what I'm going to do with that is create a demo, a short demo of those 10 pieces. But then next week, after that demo is, you know, a person that wants it to promote our work to these museums and stuff, I'm going to go back and photograph the other 15 or so paintings in that series, and we're going to be using that to put together a movie. I'm not sure how long the movie will be, you know, 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even as long as 90 minutes. See what, but you know, combining the lights and with these recordings of grinding sound healings using crystal bowls and metal tubes. And the movie that we're doing is called Day, which is the Latin word for gods, you know, the generic term for the divine feminine. And by coincidence, the woman, that was the name of the woman that he was doing a sound healing for when he did this recording. So, you know, he sent me these files of all these different sound healings, and you know, some of them were the name of the person, and the one that I really resonated with, you know, felt like was, you know, was the right length and everything. There was need to edit it or anything. Was this piece called Dea? You know, so that's going to be the name of the movie, Dea. I think it's wonderful. I'm really excited about it. So what else? What else is there? So if I look a little sleep deprived, that could be why. And I'll probably be sleep deprived tonight too. So I just really love editing. And so after I do this demo, it's just pretty much a, you know, be probably a minute. Excuse me. It'll be 16 seconds per image, so it can be 160 seconds, probably about 170 seconds, so whatever the heck that is. It's about a 3-minute long piece. And then I'll post that on my Facebook thing, and you can all take a look at that. I actually have a 1-minute demo already done, and I should probably post that on Facebook sometime this week. So that's the other thing. So once that's done, I'm really looking forward. One of the things that I learned from doing Kelly's movie, the Return of the Magi remix, is hello. Hi. There's more in here too. Take a look.
Are you doing them?
Yes, I am doing them.
No, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Oh, I was just wondering.
Yes, I'm doing it. They're me. It's all original work. All the writing, the photography, the paintings. Are you related? You're all from Germany? Iceland. Don't meet many people from Iceland. In fact, I don't think I've ever met anyone from Iceland out here. It's a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. It's wonderful. Came for the sun, I think. Yeah. That was a safe bet. It's okay. It's all right. You're allowed. We needed it. Thanks for doing that.
Look at the trees sticking up.
So I do a live stream, usually around 3 o'clock, and you're on camera.
From here.
Yeah,
Hi.
you're from Iceland. There you go. Thanks
Oh,
for
we don't
saying
see him.
It's you.
Yeah, I know, but the person we were like waving.
Yeah, you're just waving to the universe.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a live stream and it's archived. So
Oh.
yeah, no, a little wider than Skype. So where y'all stand? You're leaving tomorrow? Looking forward to that?
Not really.
There
You
you go.
have to go home at some point.
Yes, I understand. So have you been to the skate park already?
Yeah. We stayed in Venice the first week.
Mm.
Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Downtown. We're in Wilshire.
Right. It's over there.
Yeah. North.
Yeah. It's not Venice, so it doesn't really count. Say that out loud.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a beach snob, you know.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Now walking here, like the last day, if we come back, it's
Yeah. Stay in the bubble. Stay in the bubble.
We have a bubble in Iceland. Or like, it's like a bubble.
Yeah, I know.
We have like the ocean. So you,
Yeah.
like, you used to have the ocean all the time.
Yeah.
When you-
Yeah. Well, where you are, Iceland is geothermally active, so there's a weak magnetic field there, and there's a weak magnetic field in Venice.
as well.
Yeah. And it's only in Venice. You know, Venice and Palos Verdes is a similar. They were once connected. The magnetic anomaly, the magnetic anomaly. So it's a weak field from 0 to 100 negative Teslas. And you know, in Iceland, it's all these hot springs and volcanoes and stuff. So it's a weak field as well. So.
Do you do any three-dimensional?
Not intentionally. I did a couple of paintings as a test, but I'm not really into, you know, the whole blue-red thing.
No, I mean just three-dimensional, like sculptural.
Oh yeah, I've done definitely sculpture for sure. In fact, we're my partner and I have a just pilots, and one of the things we're working on is a system where we can actually do sacred geometry sculptures, large format sculptures that will light up and that can also be scaled down to like toy size, so that people can make their own sacred geometry sculptures, light up and all that kind of stuff, using magnets and LED lights and all that kind of stuff. It's very exciting.
There's what's his name? Nasir. I don't remember. He's a physicist. He's working on this theory.
Nassim Haramein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he thinks
Yeah.
of these kind of three-dimensional, like for example, the flow of life.
Yes.
It's really, I like it. I think the way of thinking about the world
Yes.
in these forms is
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Are you familiar with this theory about the I Ching?
Well, the teaching,
Yeah.
sure.
You know, there's 64 hexagrams in the I Ching, right? The 6 lines. Hence the word hexagram. And what he came up with, what he realized was that each of the 64 hexagrams is a star tetrahedron.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Right. So it's a pretty amazing thing to come up with. It's a brilliant connection.
Yeah, it's this kind of two-dimensional, three-dimensional kind of, seeing the two-dimensional effect.
Yeah. We both we both were presenting at a conference next to one another. And I was screening this movie there, and he was giving his talk, and then we got to talk about it. And it was when I was working on this the Master Almanac, and one of the things in Master Almanac is this whole it's 18 calendars and world traditions all in one book, and there's about 4 or 5 of them that were speculative calendars. One of which is based on what's that guy Terence McKenna's notion that the I Ching is a lunar calendar, right? So for years I'd been wondering, like, how is it a lunar calendar? And then I finally figured it out, you know, and I thought he would appreciate knowing what the solution is, and because his whole thing about the the I Ching being these star tetrahedrons, you know. So we were talking about that. So yeah,
Did he?
Huh?
Did he appreciate it?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we're all curious. If you know about this stuff, you know that you have, the sort of people that are attracted to this kind of inquiry are just a pretty unique bunch, So
Yeah, but it's interesting. I don't know. And
yeah.
This sentence, everything is connected.
Yes.
I've experienced that a few times where I can, feel
Yes.
that we are the same thing,
Yes.
and everything around me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I love, when he was doing school with the triangle, kind of this endless fractal. Did you see
Yes.
that? I mean, it's similar to maybe.
Yeah. Our life is
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. His the essence of his talk on that is that it shows how you can fit an infinity in a finite space.
Yeah. So I'm an artist as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that a lot, and I had this piece where, do you know brute forcing?
Brute forcing?
Yeah, so it's like if you imagine you have a bike lock, you don't know the code to it, you can, it has 3 wheels, and you can just, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then
Yes.
to find the right solution.
Yes.
So that's brute forcing, basically. You can, brute force your way through it.
Yes.
So I made this program that brute forces pixels in computer screens.
Uh-huh.
So you just start trying, every color in one pixel, and then you move on to the next one, and then, systematically trying every combination. So in that kind of sphere of the finite space of the screen, you all of a sudden have, like in the end, it would go through every image that's possible to display on the screen,
Right.
So everything you can imagine, everything you can tell me, every scenario will at some point appear on the screen, because we're trying every combination of colors.
Right. It's a screensaver.
So it's so at some point a picture of me explaining it to you will come,
Or half a picture, or
half a picture,
right, or
and
a quarter picture. Yeah.
and
Okay.
and from every angle.
You wrote this program.
Yeah, it's super simple. We're just, but the thing is, it's so slow that
Yes.
to go through every picture takes astronomical time.
Yes.
But the idea of the infinite space
Yes.
that happens in the finite space of the screen, it's kind of the same. You can't come up with anything that won't come,
Yeah.
So it is
exactly.
infinite in that sense.
So you realize what you've done is you've created a window into the realm of possibility.
Basically, yeah.
Right. And so eventually you would what would be pictured on that screen. This is Jorge Luis Borges?
No.
Okay, he's an Argentine author. You look him up. He published a book called Labyrinth. Labyrinth. It's a collection of his short stories, or what he called monographs, right? And one of his stories, I think it's called The Library, and it tells a story of of the world where, if you picture the universe as a library, then in that library, and there's a basic structure of the library. There's 2 galleries There's two walkways between them. In each of the galleries, there's like a hexagonal shape to each room, and there's X number of books on a shelf, and in each book there's this an X number of lines on each page. There's X number of pages and so forth, and so this is the universe, and there's people that live in this library, right? And they discuss, they realize that somewhere in the in the galleries, that's just one gallery, and it goes up and it goes down, and in the galleries in your vicinity, everybody speaks the same language. If you go up, the further you go up, the more you get into places where people speak languages that are different than yours, and so forth. If you go down, right, and ultimately, people realize that somewhere in all the library was the story of your life and your death, right? And so people started running throughout the libraries trying to find their book and whatnot, because eventually, what's going to be pictured on that screen is a version of your life that ends this way, or a version of your life that ends that way. You can't know which one is which, but eventually it's going to show up, and that's what's so friggin' amazing. You have to read the story. I mean, because I just didn't do any kind of justice to it, man. It's, Borges, I read that story when I was in college, which was 30 years ago, and he wrote it, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 years before that. So you definitely have to check it out, So.
What's his name, Jorge?
Borges. George,
Borges.
spelled with a J. George Luis, Luis. Borges, Borges.
It's called Labyrinth.
The book is called Labyrinth. Yeah, it's a great book. I mean, it's had a very profound effect on my life. I will
check it out.
I never took any in college. I didn't take any English classes or anything like this. You had to take a rhetoric class. My first day of rhetoric class was assigned that book, and I didn't know it. You go to the store, you buy the book because they told you to buy the book, and I read that, and I'm still reading it. I'm still writing it. I've published 15 books and 2 movies in the past 10 years or so, and they're all inspired by that story and the stories that are in that book. So yeah, Borges. But congratulations.
That kind of relates to everything.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah, that's amazing. It's an amazing accomplishment, my friend.
But I mean, then the only thing that happens is in your mind. Nothing really happens on the screen because it's
yeah. But I have a friend who is an engineer, right? And one day, out of the blue, he just said to me, over time, rock has the consistency of toothpaste.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and I thought about that for years, and I was hitchhiking somewhere at one point, and I realized, what? Over time, rock has the consistency of air. It's all relative.
Einstein.
Him again. That guy.
Fucking Einstein.
Fucking Einstein.
The best Einstein quote I've seen is, half of the shit people say I said on the internet is bullshit or something like that.
Right. Right.
Einstein.
Yeah, Einstein.
Pretty good.
Imagination.
We're gonna head out. We're going to.
All right. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
What's your name? I didn't. Ragnar?
You are
David. Alexander. English.
Hi.
Hi.
Have you
Katla?
been to
That's wonderful.
the Museum of Jurassic Technology?
No, I have not. Where is that?
It's in Culver City. We're going there now.
Oh, good. Well, have
Been
fun with it.
documented by 7 people, and nobody
Right.
wants to tell us what it is.
You can follow me on Instagram. Just take a picture of it.
David Alexander.
English. Yeah. And you can watch your show. There I was at Venice Beach, man. It's show number 136. 136. Yeah.
Great.
Indeed.
Nice to meet you. See you.
Katla.
Are you excited?
Katla. There you go. See you in cyberspace. And beyond. Right. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Yeah, there's something to be said for sleep deprivation, you know. Don't push it, but if it happens. Hey, brother. So, what else is going on? 39%. 81%. Excellent, excellent. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. So, Tuesday, I mentioned this, I think, was it yesterday or the day before? Tuesday, I'm giving a presentation at this place called Full Circle in Venice, along with several other people on the program, having to do with sacred geometry and earth energy. That's the general program, but my thing is going to be, my presentation, which will be about 40 minutes or so, will be a sacred geometry activation using some of my visuals. And I want to, there's something is feeling like it needs to come through, having to do with kind of a deeper understanding of what sacred geometry is and why it suddenly at this time there are so many people being turned on to it, you know. So. So, what else? What else? What else? What else? You know, there's more. Well, while I'm thinking about that, let's see if we can do some work on this piece. Yeah. Yep. All right. I like that. All right. Last night, I ran to a friend. I haven't seen him in a long time. And Brian